Our apologies on that, folks, as our stream cut out. We lost Wi-Fi for a little while. We are currently in the top of the 7th inning. We had 1, 2, 3 innings in the 6th by both teams. No strikeouts for either team. As Zane Stevens is still pitching at the top of the 7th here. 1-1 count to Brett Migliori, the 9-hitter out of Canisius College. To lead off the inning, Chris Rubottom just grounded out to shortstop. As that pitch is just fouled off, as falling to the ground is Migliori. And I think he's just a little bit more embarrassed than anything there. Just screwed himself into the ground trying to get a piece of that. He'll be 1-2. As Migliori is 0 for 2 against Stevens with 2 strikeouts. The pitch is caught on and missed, held by Genord, and that is 12 strikeouts on the night for Stevens. 1 away from his season high.
That also finished off the 3rd time through the order for Zane Stevens, so he'll be now going through the 4th time for at least as long as he can manage.
As Alex O'Donnell steps to the plate out of Mercyhurst College with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch curveball in there for a strike 0-1. O'Donnell 2 for 3 tonight with 3 RBIs as he had a 3-run home run in the second at bat in the top of the 2nd. At the time gave Jamestown a 3-1 lead. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Jammers. That one in the dirt evens at 1-1. As Stevens has stayed out to pitch, and it looks like he'll go 7. I think his pitch count is upwards of over 100 now.
Yeah, it just hit 110.
So this is almost certainly his last inning. As that curveball, huge break, but bailing out was O'Donnell, and he got the call as it sat high. It'll be 2-1 to the shortstop. As that was a big breaker from Stevens, probably the most
ton of
range on it. Yeah, a ton of movement on that curveball, most by any pitch probably out of the Mississippi State Bulldogs' hand tonight. As O'Donnell steps back in, 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Amsterdam down 2 runs, trying to keep the deficit the same, as that one will be grounded foul, evens at 2-2. On deck, the 2-hitter Sterling Hayes. O'Donnell had the game-winning hit last night. Has the go-ahead hit tonight so far, as that one just misses off the plate. It'll be a full count to O'Donnell here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Jamestown trying to clinch its first PGCBL championship ever, as that one will be slapped to the left side. Elvis Peralta Jr. charges, fields it, and throws on to first, as that will retire the side. 4 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Zane Stevens, as he has retired 14 straight, as he has gone 7 innings, given up 4 runs, all unearned, while striking out 12. We will head to the 7th inning stretch here at Shuttleworth Park. Jamestown leading Amsterdam 4-2. You are listening to Game 2 of the PGCBL Championship Series presented by KCG Development. As the crowd ignites here after the 7th inning stretch, we head into the bottom of the 7th. It will be 8, 9, and 1 due up in the Mohawks order. That will be Hammond, Peralta, and Antico, as that was the 3 due up to start the 5th inning when the Mohawks scored their 2nd run. So we'll see if they can replicate that and try and cut into this lead. Isaiah Moten stays out there for Jamestown. The Cal State Bakersfield Eagle has done very well for Jamestown in this game. 6 innings pitched, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. As that first pitch to Hammond is lifted, fouled on the left field line, and it looks like it will hook out of play. 0-1 here to Hammond, who so far tonight is 0 for 2, but he did reach on an error his last time up and ended up coming around to score on an RBI triple by Mike Antico. Also, it was awesome to see here tonight Jake's dad, Dave Hammond, who was in Operation Desert Storm in Afghanistan, represented as one of the veterans of the night here on another Veteran Tuesday at Shuttleworth Park. That pitch in the dirt evens at 1-1. That was awesome to see him come out with Bob Scott, who does all of our veteran kind of link-ups here for these games. As once again, everyone here at the Amsterdam Mohawks loves and supports our veterans, and we thank you for your services. That one is flown into right field. It is shallow right, but Dalen Lee comes on to grab it for the first out. As that brings up Elvis Peralta Jr., the shortstop out of Marshall University, who ended up batting .302 this season for the Mohawks, to go along with an overall huge stat line. He had 10 doubles, 5 triples, 7 home runs. I'll have to see what his RBIs were. He had 14 stolen bases. That one is fouled off into the press box, I think. As Peralta Jr. during the season had 29 RBIs to go with 7 walks, as that one is fouled off once again by the shortstop. And it's 0-2 here. As Moten has continued to make quick work of the Mohawks. He's given up 2 runs.
And he went 7 innings the last time he faced the Mohawks, so he does have some length behind him when he is starting.
Leads the Jammers in the regular season in innings. That one misses high. It's 1-2 now to Peralta Jr. They tried to get him to chase a high fastball there, but he wasn't biting.
Antico on deck is the only Mohawk so far with 2 hits tonight. Richie Barilla has the 3rd hit of all 3.
The 1-2 is in the dirt, and it gets by the catcher, but that doesn't matter. No one on base, as it will be 2-2 now to Peralta. Jamestown in a series where they had to play all 3 games no matter what on the road because of a scheduling conflict at Dietrich Park in Jamestown, has come out, won the first game 4-3 on a walk-off RBI single, not in their home park, as that one misses low. Full count now to Peralta Jr. And now are 8 outs away from winning their first PGCBL championship. The 3-2. That one is ripped. Fair ball down the right field line. Gets into the bullpen, hops off of there. Elvis Peralta Jr. on his horse will head into second standing up. And everyone going crazy here in the crowd. Elvis Peralta Jr., a fan favorite, on second base here as the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Michael Antico. As now I will at least see a mound visit from the catcher, Ben Lavorsi. We'll have to see if Anthony Barone comes out. I don't think he will. And now he will, actually. So we might see a pitching change. We'll have to wait and see if he signals.
As the crowd really has come to life here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yes, Barone taking his sweet time, headed out to the mound, trying to get Moten some rest. So runner on second base here, Elvis Peralta Jr., good speed, with Mike Antico, good speed as well. Both of these guys led the team in stolen bases, so any extra base hit spells trouble for Jamestown, and even a base hit can score Peralta Jr. as we have a full contingent of Mohawks huddled up near home plate, including the on-deck hitter Michael Ludwig.
And the in-the-hole hitter.
And the in-the-hole hitter, or excuse me, the on-deck hitter Barella, and then the in-the-hole hitter Ludwig. So seeing trying to get Antico pumped up here, as he is 2 for 2 already tonight with a single and a triple, an RBI triple in his last at-bat. That made it 4-2.
And he got on with that hit by pitch.
So he's been on every inning, and he also scored a run after getting on that hit by pitch in the first. Moten in his 7th inning of work here as they check Peralta at second. He slides back in safely. No throw, but a nice little move there from Moten. I think he didn't want to try and make the throw in case that it would get away and let Peralta Jr. get to third.
Yeah, the shortstop O'Donnell did have him if Moten decided to throw there. But
and we've seen O'Donnell make that nice little move, and people don't really hear him. He's sneaky back there. First pitch into Antico in the dirt. Nice stop there from Lavorsi, 1-0. And certainly if Jamestown is going to win this game tonight, it's not going to come easily, as the Mohawks have a lot of fight in them. And they've proven all season why both of these teams are 1-2 in the PGCBL. The 1-0 is on the outside corner, called strike. Evens at 1-1 here.
And the Mohawks are guaranteed at least one more time through the heart of their order. Even if Barella and Antico and Barella get out here, they have Ludwig, Allen, and Muntz and Junord waiting
behind them. Yeah, for the 8th and 9th. The 1-1 to Antico in the dirt, gets away, and Elvis Peralta Jr. will head down to third, take a turn, stop there, as he was really excited to get down to third base. It's awesome to watch Peralta play just because of his excitement on the base paths, in the field.
Coach O'Bray had to really hold him back.
Yeah, he had to throw both hands up as Mike Antico gets more pine tar on his bat. Antico, old-fashioned, goes no batting gloves.
Peralta just asked the Jamestown outfield to move back as he is worried that they are not playing deep enough.
As he's having fun with it. Hopefully for him, Antico will poke one into shallow right field or something, as that one misses outside. 3-1 now to Antico. On deck, Richie Barella, as the Mohawks crowd has come to life. Amsterdam looking to come back and force a game 3 of this championship series. The 3-1 to Antico is on the inside corner, and that will run the count full. That was a really good pitch there from Moten. We've seen that in all of Antico's at-bats, actually. It seems like he'll miss with a couple of pitches outside, come back inside, and just get that inside corner.
Yeah, Antico has seen a lot of pitches so far. His triple, though, was on a 3-1 count, so here the 3-2.
The payoff. That one is punched high and deep to right field, and it will hook foul just out of play. As that one, it looked like it just cleared the wall, but it would have hit off the wall if it was in fair territory. So it wouldn't have been gone, but it would have at least certainly scored Elvis Peralta Jr. if it was even caught by Lee. Lee had a nice shot at it as the right fielder, but couldn't get to it. So Antico will pick up his bat once again. We've seen him pull a couple of balls deep down the line there. He had a triple in that corner.
And earlier in that bat, he did pull that one foul. That was way gone if it was fair.
Yes, we'll see if he can straighten one out here. Once again, the 3-2 for Moten. That one is punched deep to left field. It will clear the wall. Mike Antico has tied it here in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Amsterdam Mohawks have come back from a 4-1 deficit. The Italian Stallion does it here for Amsterdam, as the entire dugout empties. And the Mohawks need to get a hold of themselves here, I will say, because this game is far from over.
Antico is pumped up.
Antico is absolutely pumped up. That's awesome to see for Mike.
And that's going to do it for Moten.
And he will be pulled. We have a tie game here in Game 2 of the 2018 PGCBL Championship Series. We told you to come out to this one. It would be a barn burner. Moten exits. A righty comes on for Jamestown. We'll take a quick break. All tied here at 4 in Game 2 of the 2018 PGCBL Championship Series, presented by KCG Development. Richie Barella will now bat here, 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th inning after a game-tying 2-run home run off the bat of Mike Antico. He's a double away from the cycle. First pitch in from Trevor Lloyd out of Tuscaloosa College. A Knoxville, Tennessee native is low for a ball, 1-0. We looked up in the previous games between Jamestown and Amsterdam this season. Lloyd went 3 2/3 innings against Amsterdam, allowing only 1 hit. That one is driven deep to left field, and it will clear the wall. Richie Barella hits a go-ahead home run back-to-back here to give the Mohawks a 5-4 lead. We have the entire dugout out here on the field. Richie Barella scores to make it 5-4 Amsterdam. First batter for Lloyd, greeted rudely. As now we'll have Michael Ludwig at the plate. It is 5-4 Amsterdam now.
A jarring turnaround for the Mohawks from two unlikely contributors as far as the long ball goes. Antico and Barella only combined for 2 or 3 home runs during the season. Regular season, that is.
And Michael Ludwig out of Wake Forest now bats with still only 1 out. Lloyd's first pitch is fouled off, 0-1 now.
Antico and Barella combined for 3 home runs during the first 48 games this regular season, and now 46 games this regular season, and now they have come and hit 2 back-to-back.
As that one is cut on and missed. Nice pitch there from Lloyd, had Ludwig out in front. 0-2 now for the Wake Forest Demon Deacon, who is 0 for 2 so far tonight with a walk. He walked his last time up. At one point, he had a 23-game hitting streak during the regular season, ended on the last game of the regular season. The 0-2. That one is punched foul out of play. As heads up, and luckily it doesn't hit anyone as it bounces off the end of the netting here on the left side. As the Mohawks crowd, I said it's come alive. The top is blown off the place here at Shuttleworth. Back-to-back home runs. We've seen it 2 nights in a row now, but now Amsterdam has to try and hold this lead as that one misses high. 1-2 now to Ludwig. Stevens went the first 7 innings, gave up 4 unearned runs. We'll see who will come out now for Amsterdam out of the pen we're expecting.
But Zane Stevens now in line for the win.
Yeah, now as he threw the top of the 7th. The 1-2 to Ludwig is punch foul once again as Ludwig has been turned inside out, it seems like a couple of times now. On deck is the 4-hitter, Tanner Allen.
We mentioned during both pre-games, I believe, that Jamestown is not using the long ball very much, as they did not have a home run so far coming into the championship.
Yeah, it's certainly not their bread and butter. That one hits Ludwig now, and he will be on first here with 1 out. And I don't think that was on purpose or anything like that, but Lloyd might just be frustrated holding the ball a little tightly now as this game has flipped around now as Jamestown is trailing. Of course, they're in the driver's seat being ahead 1 game, so no matter what, they get to at least play tomorrow. But now Amsterdam, feeling the urgency of playing for their season, has turned it around, taking the lead. Tanner Allen now up here, 1 on and 1 out.
And they're smelling the blood in the water. Tanner Allen trying to turn around his championship series, 0 for 7 with a walk.
As that curveball is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Allen 0 for 3 so far tonight, has popped the ball up 3 times, 2 of those on the first pitch, so I'm not surprised to see him take that first pitch now. Wait for a pitch to try and drive. That curveball on the outside corner once again, and Allen is behind 0-2. On deck, the designated hitter, Shane Muntz. Michael Ludwig taking a solid lead away from first. Not huge. He does have some speed, though. Several stolen bases in the regular season. He actually had 8 total as that pitch misses low. Nice stop there from Lavorsi to keep it in front of him. 1-2 count to Allen. As this game has certainly turned around, the Mohawks are certainly the home team for Game 2 here, as it didn't seem like that for Game 1, even with a large crowd, as Jamestown ended up taking it on a walk-off hit, but they have seemed to take back their home field. The 1-2 to Allen, that one is popped up, into the infield grass on the right side. The second baseman, Migliori, sails under it and drops it. And they say it's safe. And now they say they tag.
Ludwig's out.
Allen is safe. So, no, but he ran through the bag. They're saying he's safe. I'm not sure why they kept.
That should have been the infield.
That should have been the infield fly rule. I'm very surprised that it wasn't called. I'm confused now, but either way, Shane Muntz will now bat. That was a bad drop by Migliori. It should be the infield fly rule. I think Ludwig should still be on first.
As they'll now do the switcheroo.
Yep.
And Ludwig on first. Allen is out.
And I think that's the right call.
So an infield fly rule, which is the right call. I mean,
Anthony Barone, the head coach for Jamestown, out to get an explanation. And I think interim head coach for the Mohawks, Doug O'Bray, is agreeable with that one, as Shane Muntz will now bat with the runner on first. I don't know what Migliori's doing there.
With one out and a man on first, if they're not going to call that, that's a great chance to double up the Mohawks. But
yeah, that was weird to see.
Maybe a strategic play, who knows?
But that is the fourth pop out for Allen this game.
So it'll be Ludwig on first.
Yeah, Ludwig on first here. 2 outs. Shane Muntz batting. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight, but he does have 5 hits and 10 RBIs in the playoffs so far, including 9 in the semifinal series against Watertown. That first pitch misses low and away, 1-0. As the Mohawks have used the long ball to tie and take the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. On back-to-back home runs from Mike Antico and Richie Barella. The 1-0 to Muntz is on the outside corner, evens at 1-1. Muntz out of Wake Forest has played pitcher, catcher, and designated hitter for the Mohawks this season at kind of a level amount all the way around. He hit .337 and 101 at-bats at the plate during the regular season, including 7 home runs. The 1-1 misses low. He'll be 2-1 now. Joe Genord, the Mohawk slugger from South Florida, sits on deck.
As I don't see anybody in the Mohawks bullpen, but they've got to be warm and just resting before coming in the game.
Yeah, they've been warming for quite a while. I mean, Stevens would have to really want this one, as that one will be grounded down to third base. It will be fair, and they throw it to first, and that will be the out. As now Shane Muntz is wondering about the call. Coach Doug O'Bray is asking for
the home plate umpire called foul.
That's the issue now, as Doug O'Bray saying that his runners saw the home plate umpire make the foul call. That ball looked like it might have bounced inside, but I think it hit foul before it came back inside, so it should be a foul ball if I'm not mistaken.
I did not see that play with this angle we have right now. It was a tough angle for us, the home plate and third base umpire.
We have a huddle with all of the umpires here on the PGCBL Championship umpire squad, and we'll wait for a call here. If that's a foul ball, that's huge for Shane Muntz as he gets another shot at it. We'll see what the call is. They call it foul, so Shane Muntz will get the bat back in his hand here with 2 outs. Runner on first with another shot at extending this inning.
And it looks like it'll be Nanya who has to come back out.
Yeah, well, no, that's actually the pitcher, Lloyd, who was in the Nanya was on the pitcher's mound waiting for Lloyd to return him the baseball. As they'll reset, 2-2 count here, 2 outs to Shane Muntz. The pitch. That one is popped into shallow right field. Dalen Lee coming on, and he will not make the catch. It will be foul, however, as it hits just to the left of the Mohawks bullpen, about 10 feet to the right of the foul line.
So and Shane Muntz once again with another
chance. Yeah, as he just fouls that one off away from Dalen Lee. Muntz staying alive. And the biggest thing here is I would expect them to try and leave maybe Trevor Lloyd in after this. I'm not sure, to be honest, but the more pitches you can get out of the reliever, the better for Amsterdam right now.
as it looks like Amsterdam.
Now we'll have, as the home plate umpire wants them to cut the music. And now the reset, as we have a couple of thank yous from the Mohawks crowd. The music is very loud here. Sometimes they leave it up a little too loud. As now Lloyd will step off. And now we'll have a mound visit from the catcher, Livorsi.
And
trying to look at.
It looks like somebody's in the Jamestown pen, so we'll see if Lloyd is able to come out for the 8th if he gets through this inning.
Lloyd, during the regular season, made 14 appearances and pitched 31 1/3 innings, gave up 24 hits and 14 earned runs. He was 4-3 with a 4.02 ERA, so saw a heck of a lot of action for Jamestown.
J.J. Dunn in the bullpen.
The 2-2 cut on and missed by Muntz, so Lloyd finally gets Shane Muntz after a couple of close foul balls. But not before Amsterdam takes the lead in the bottom of the 7th here, as we have a series. In that inning, 3 runs on 2 hits, both home runs from Mike Antico and Richie Barella. No errors and 1 left on base. We will head to the 8th here at Shuttleworth Park in Game 2 of the 2018 PGCBL Championship Series presented by KCG Development. Amsterdam leading Jamestown 5-4.